been a
What's
minute.
up?
It's
It's
been a
been a
minute.
minute. Oh,
A
jinx.
hot minute. But it's been a hot minute. Let me tell you guys, we were so busy the past two
So
weeks. It's
busy.
actually crazy.
So busy. You want to tell them what we were up to?
We had a live appearance at the Wrestling
Mm.
Base Conference in Birmingham,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama last Saturday. And Chosen was out there. We were selling our books. We're authors. That was super
Woo
fun.
woo.
Signing them. We was out here.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes. She's glossing over the fact that she spoke
oh,
fantastically.
thank
She
you,
gave
thank
a
you.
fantastic presentation to all the women at the conference. It was
You're
amazing.
so sweet.
Mm.
Thanks. Yeah, you can check it out on my YouTube. It's called Your Worry is Killing You.
And that's on period.
That's exactly what it's called. So, guys, we have a fun one for y'all today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're ready.
I I don't know if I don't know if we're ready.
I don't know if they're ready. I know we ready. I don't know if y'all ready.
I mean, yeah, we
So
do.
it's gonna be light tonight.
Hmm.
This is story time. We're not naming names, okay? We're not being bitter, and we're definitely not trauma dumping.
Mm-mm.
These are the dates and situations that made for good stories.
They
Honestly,
did. Hmm.
honestly, things we can laugh about now.
Yep,
That's
for
why
sure.
it's called things we can laugh about. Okay, are y'all ready? Oh my gosh, wait, put it in the chat. Where are y'all watching from?
Yes, please.
Gotta do that.
Hello, chat.
Chat. What's up? Okay, so Jada, where do we even start?
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I feel like you should go first.
I should go first, probably because I have the most horror stories.
You have some stories now.
Y'all, let me just tell you real quick, bro. I had okay. I'm gonna name this one the immediate red flag. We had a first date and we never had anything else. Never had anything else. So first thing, we met on on the apps on online, and we met for our first meeting at a Krispy Kreme. Okay. So I just want to set the stage.
Right.
I just
Hmm.
want to set the stage, right? So,
Hmm.
I was all excited, like, oh, going out, whatever. Y'all, let me tell you. So we sat down inside the Krispy Kreme. Mind you, I used to work at Krispy Kreme, and I have never once sat down in Krispy Kreme to eat. Okay, let alone go on a first date. And
I
so
didn't know they had tables.
girl, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, this dude was like, "Let's meet at Krispy Kreme for a first date." So that's what we did. Okay, I was in it. Look, it was a while ago. Okay,
Wait, was this the one you worked at, or was this separate?
no, no, sorry, I gotta clarify.
Okay,
The one I
okay.
worked at was in Alabama. This one was in Colorado Springs, and
Gotcha.
so y'all, we're we're at the table, and he's literally like not being a kind human. Like this is a first date. and and he's just being kind of rude, kind of dry, kind of full of himself, and it just me, I'm just trying, I'm like asking questions, just trying to make it cohesive, trying to force something that wasn't gonna work, right?
Girl.
To desperation, right? Eagerness, not desperation, but I just want to meet my husband. I just want to meet my husband. So anyway, long story short, we had the date. We're sitting there eating our Krispy Kreme. And I don't remember exactly what was said in that moment. I think I said something like, I mean, I'm doing all the conversation, like starting, I'm asking all the questions. And then out of nowhere, this angel from heaven, right? It had to be because who was she and why was she inside of Krispy Kreme, right? This lady comes over to our table and she literally says, I kid you not, verbatim, girl, you deserve better. And then walked away.
Not from a stranger.
Walked
She
away.
walked away.
She said that and walked away. And part of me was like, I should go with her. Yeah, girl, I do deserve better. And then the other part of me was like mortified that, I mean, what do you say after that?
Yeah.
Right? And so oh my gosh, I'll never forget the way he looked when she said that. He was like, and then I was like, and then he said, "Do you know her?" And I said,
Bruh.
"No,
Bruh. Did you get up?
I didn't." I proceeded to
Period.
try to make conversation
Period.
like a dodo head. But then, check this out. Never saw him again.
You
Never went out
know?
with him again because I said, I do deserve better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's quite the story.
Yes.
That is quite the story. Hello, everyone.
I want to say thank you for the compliment. Somebody said we have beautiful teeth.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
No,
much.
so that was like a first date horror story, but I have a bunch of them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yo,
So,
real quick, y'all in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. We would love to know where you guys are at.
yes, we're
We're
talking
just
about. Go
mhm.
ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're just telling some of our dating stories, having a little
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Do you want to go next, sis? Because I know you
Ooh,
have.
I have a couple. I have a couple. So,
Wait,
okay. I have one in particular.
you got.
Mine are a little less funny and a little more lesson.
Yours are a little more like.
Mine are definitely more lesson, but I guess I'll tell this one story. I was dating someone at the time, and I was graduating college, so I was receiving my first degree. This was during COVID, so the graduation was super untraditional. The way my school set it up was, they said every graduate gets one carload full of people. So my mom rents what was it, like a 16 passenger van, and we all
Hey.
load up in the van and drive
Wow.
down to my school for the graduation. And so the guy that I'm dating at the time is with us, and we had to leave early because I think it started at 8. So we had to leave early. The school is only 45 minutes from my house, so it wasn't like a long treacherous drive. But we get to school, we do the graduation, and then my mom she throws me a graduation party back at home. So we drive back home, and the party has just started. Everybody is getting there, and this is like most of my family, all my friends, like everyone I care about in one place, in one room. And so as a host, I'm just bouncing around, just person to person. Y'all, this person that I'm dating at the time is kind of just like sitting there in the corner just to himself. And, mind you, like my family, they've come from out of town. A lot of my friends have come from out of town. And so I'm like trying to introduce him, and he's very just like, so then we haven't even pulled out the cake. We ain't played no games. And he comes to me and he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go home and take a nap. Just, I'm a little tired. And so me, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no problem. We were up early. Go get some rest. It's okay." Yeah, like, this is like 10 minutes into the party. Like, "Get some rest. It's okay. No problem." My mom was livid. She was so angry. She was very upset, and I was like, "He was just tired, like, he." So, yeah, when I say my stories are less funny and more like more
That
like
was less
lessons.
fun, but that was a lesson
More like
because.
lessons, yeah, and the lesson in that is, I know this from just being a friend, uh, to have a village, you have to be a villager, and to have friends, you have to be a friend, and so that means showing up, and that means being present,
Yeah.
and, that also applies to relationships, so, it is that those are the if I could give you, like, my top 10, like, that's one of them. The person that you are with, spending time with, friends in romantic relationships, they should show up for you, and you should show up for them. So,
You know, that is a lesson. That is a lesson. I think between the two of us we're a great balance because I'm
Mhm.
like I have these like horrible like LOL stories. And then you literally have these stories that are like, and this is what I learned.
We are.
And this is
We
what
are.
happened.
It is definitely a good balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
But
I
y'all,
heard the air come out of the room.
dude, what she failed to mention is that this guy that she was dating, like, okay, I get it if, okay, he's fine, you feel me? Or like, he got money, or something, like, I don't know, just anything. He has something going for him. This guy was a very interesting pick for my sis Jada.
So
I
backstory, Amber and I, this was back when Amber and I first met.
Yeah,
And so we weren't super close, but we were hanging out around town because we lived in the same town at the time. And
bro.
so she had met him a couple of times because him and I also worked together. She met him a couple of times, and yeah, she told me how she really felt
You
when we
know,
came close. But we were just getting to know each other. So
Why don't you tell him that story, or should we bounce back and forth?
why don't you tell a story and then we can.
Okay. Wait, my story, like
What
another.
you got? Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Here we go. Ready to laugh? Get ready to laugh. I'm not. You're not gonna need a tissue box for me.
Be so. Be so.
Okay. So this is another date I went on in Colorado. Bless my heart. Seriously. Seriously.
She said, "Husband, where you at?"
Putting myself out there. Okay. Because obviously he's not going to just show up on my doorstep unless he's the Amazon man.
That's what
But
they say.
anyway, so this dude and I went on a date in Castle Rock, at the Great Divide. That's actually the first place, like the first time I ever went there. Which the Great Divide is one of my favorite restaurants out here, guys. And so we went out there. It was a gorgeous day, sunny, the river's flowing on we went out there
Mm.
for brunch because I was going back and forth, driving up there for training for neurofeedback. And it was
Mm.
like during one of my breaks, and I was like, yeah, let's go meet for lunch. Actually, it wasn't, I think I had gotten off early that day for training. Anyway, so we go there. Okay. The guy's really nice. Oh gosh, I don't even remember his name anymore. But I mean, he was a nice dude, he probably
Yeah.
cool if anyway. So y'all, we're sitting there for brunch, okay? Gorgeous view, everything. And I'm in this state of mind where I'm like, okay, maybe this could be my husband. I mean, he's not like initially someone I'd be like, oh my gosh. But maybe I can, like, if I squint a little, like if I just, because the heart, right? I can't be
Yeah.
picky. I'm at the age now where,
Oh.
that's where I was at, right? My mom was trying to hook me up with the exterminator. Like it was that kind of where's my husband? Okay. And so, dude, I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, he really looked like my cousin, and not even
Oh.
yeah, it's not even
Oh.
my cute cousin. I can say that because I'm from Alabama, but like that's like the cousin that's like,
Whew.
great heart, great
Right.
heart.
Mhm.
Beauty is in the
Mhm.
eye of the beholder. Who am I to say? Just in my opinion, for me personally, that would have been a no. For me
Mhm.
personally, but for
Mhm.
somebody else, that's a heck yeah. You feel.
Period.
And
Mhm.
so I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, he's just so nice. But dang, man, I'm really not feeling this. And out of nowhere, because there's a woman and her friend and her child, a
Mhm.
baby, sitting next in the table next to us. Out of nowhere, the baby starts choking. Literal, I'm not
Gosh.
kidding. Like actually, like everybody in the restaurant stops, full blown panic. They're like beating him on the back, like it was like one of those moments you're holding your breath. This is our first date, right? Obviously, it's not his fault the baby started choking, but I pay attention to everything. That's a bad omen, okay? That's a sign.
That's
Because
not a
why
good
is there a
sign.
child choking next to us in the middle of brunch?
Girl.
And she was just like beating, like pounding his back, and
Yeah.
eventually he spit it out. It was a baby, like a arm baby, the baby
Oh.
spit it out, and we were just like, oh my god. Wow, that was crazy. I'm so glad they're okay. She was freaked out too.
Girl.
She was like
Oh,
crying. Like it was
yeah.
a whole scene.
Oh, yeah.
And so we finished our brunch, my waffles. And at this point I'm just like, this really isn't this I know it's not his fault, but
Right. But
cause why did that happen? Cause why did that happen when I'm with you?
oh
The
my
baby shouldn't have started
goodness.
choking. Anyway, we ended up walking the strip and he knew
Mhm.
everybody. Like literally everyone was like, oh hey,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is where I go to get my
Oh
kids.
my
I
gosh.
felt like I was with a town celebrity. Like
Period.
it went the captain of the football team.
It, it,
It just went for me. It went for me. So, unfortunately, at this stage in my life, I was not emotionally mature enough to know better to know better and to practice good
mm,
communication. And
mm.
so, unfortunately, that was the last time he heard from me. So, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm married now, but like you have such a great heart, and I will never forget that day when that baby started choking. So.
Wow. Shout out to you, dude.
Yeah, I really wish I could apologize. I don't remember his name. I don't.
Wow. Oh
So,
my God. Wow.
it'd be like that sometimes.
The Lord was not playing with you, like, when
Uh,
it came to when it came to no, it's not him. No.
'Cause why did the baby start choking?
He was not playing with you.
Side eye.
I don't even know how do you pick up conversation after that?
Girl, you
Like,
don't. You sit there in shock and silence, like, thank God the
and
baby
you
didn't die.
process.
Oh my. I've never witnessed a person choking before, let alone a freaking child. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I have CPR training, but it was so long ago.
Yeah. That
It was
sounds
tragic.
traumatic.
It
That
was
sounds
tragic. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh my
But the
gosh.
food was slamming. That's my favorite restaurant now.
Period.
But yeah.
Hopefully you can make some new memories.
Oh, I have. I actually didn't even remember that I went with him till like 3 times after I had been after because it had been such a long time. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn second. That's where that baby was choking.
That is so funny.
Yo, yo.
Oh
Okay.
my
So that
goodness.
was my story time. Now let's be
Oh.
prepared to learn something with a great lesson from my good sis Jada. 'Cause she's coming with the wisdom.
Okay,
Right.
let's see.
Right. It's
The
all about the
wisdom.
presentation.
It is, it
Yeah.
is, it is. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I feel so bad that all these are like they're like deep lessons. But okay.
We need the
Um
deep lessons.
we
We do.
do. We do. I think it's important. I was dating this guy
It's the
and
same guy or different guy?
see, it was the same. You had to do me like
I was just curious. The people want to
okay, so
know.
it did just so happen to be the same guy. I had to be fair. Anyway,
No defense needed.
no defense. So the same guy. Wow.
Um,
Okay. Same
Right.
guy. Um my family, the town that we live in, we've lived here for a long time. And we were moving houses. So, my mom bought a house and we were moving from the place we used to live to the new house she just bought. And so, um, it's in the same town. It's not, like different cities or states. Same town, maybe 20 minutes down the street. And the day we were moving, like we knew like I think it was like a week, 2 weeks in advance. Well, they do the closing process for a month, so we knew we were moving. So we're packing our stuff up, and obviously, like I'm, letting people close to me know that we're moving. The guy that I was this is going back to showing up for you. The guy that I was dating at the time, we worked at the same place. Um, I obviously took the day off so I could help my family move and be present for that. And he didn't offer to help do anything. Like he didn't, well, I'll come over after work or nothing. we were, like, slowly moving stuff too over, like, the course of weeks, so, like, we would load up all of our cars and then drive across town with the stuff and take it. He didn't offer to do anything. Now, some of you may be saying, "Well, I mean, he didn't have to." He didn't have to. But it was, it was something that I should have paid more attention to.
Red
And
flag.
it was something that my family brought to my attention, and, oh, here I go, "Well, guys, he had to work," he was busy, just ladies, gentlemen, anybody, whoever it is, here's my lesson. 1, anytime, and this goes for anything, so back to Amber's story, anytime you're with someone and any part of you is like, "Uh," or, "Well, eh," you might wanna reconsider. Because, and it's not to say that people cannot have flaws. It's not to say that people can't make mistakes.
Preach.
It's just to say that when
Preach.
you are with people who, really, like, do their best and show up and
Yeah.
reciprocate, who you
Yeah.
are as a person, even when they make mistakes, there's never a moment where you're like, "I mean, well, I like them, but there's this one thing," like, there's that's never.
No.
So, that's my lesson, because the word for that is settling. And so, that's what
You better
we
say
don't do.
that.
Yeah,
We don't do that.
the word for that is settling, and we don't settle. We don't
Y'all,
settle.
shameless plug, check out my song Standards, Amber Roper,
Mhm.
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, because
Mhm.
it talks about not settling.
It sure does. It sure does.
And then
Ooh.
there's a diss track to my ex. Just want to throw that in there. Thank you. Okay,
Shout out.
I feel like now.
I feel like you gotta tell a story now.
Yeah, oh, I can't disclose this one on internet, bruh. I can't disclose this one on the internet. That would make me
Oh.
look so crazy, and I already could hear. I could already hear my parents calling me in the middle of this live. In the middle of interrupting the live,
Be
I'ma
like,
just,
"Hold on, y'all."
bruh, you did what? Right. So we gonna leave that one from the archives for the archive.
Right, right,
But
right.
I want to ask you if this is your experience ever.
Mm.
What is the fastest you knew there would not be a second date?
Oh, okay, so let me preference this with my dating experience is minimal, and I'll explain that later. But I was, so not necessarily a date, but
Don't
not
you?
necessarily a date, but I was talking to this guy. We had started texting, and I think it was like a couple days, where I was like, "Oh, I don't know that our interests align," and it was simply because this is
Right.
gonna sound this is gonna sound strange, but it was just because every time I asked him what he was doing, he was always, always at church. Beautiful. We love church. We love church. But I just was
What are you
like,
talking about?
I think, yeah. I was like, "Well, what do you do for fun?" And he was like, "Help people at church." And I was like, "Oh, that's great. Do you like to bowl, or, like, like, do you have any hobby, archery?" Like, and he
Nope.
was like, "No, I really don't do anything other than just church." And that goes for anything. Like, in anything. If it's just school, if it's just,
Yo.
I just play video games, I just anything, like, it just I love
Oh,
church. I mean, we have a whole ministry. I love the Lord. I love spending time with other believers, but I also go have dinner with my friends, and I love to roller skate. I
yeah.
like to do things. I like to travel. I like to adventure. And all of those things include, I take the Lord with me on all of those things.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was also the first time, I feel like, anyway, I that was also the first time that I had to communicate to somebody like, "Hey, um, you're so great, but I'm not sure that I'm what you're looking for." And, yeah, so
Oh. It's the way that he would be sending her. He
it
would be
was like,
sending her these like novels of a good morning message,
They
but the
were.
whole message would be like, "Good morning, my beautiful blood queen. The Lord
It
loves you
was,
so much.
yeah, it was like
The
one of those
Lord loves you so
grand
much."
rising, God bless, like,
Immediate no.
yeah, no,
Immediate no.
no.
Because why can't you just talk like a normal person?
Yeah, I like we should have a conversation. I remember specifically saying, like, what are like some of your like hopes and dreams? And he started talking about like moving up in the church.
Y'all, y'all,
So yeah.
y'all. We gotta
Yeah.
have a life, and that life
Yeah.
outside of church should still involve the Lord. But
It's
we are the church.
exactly.
We are the church.
The building is simply that, it's just a building.
Us.
And
Yeah,
so
that was
yeah.
me. I forgot about him. Girl, I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
So let me explain that. That stems back to where we kind of camp, and that's on identity and knowing and understanding that the Lord is the center of everything we do because we have relationship with him.
Amen.
And because of that, we don't spend excess amounts of time in church buildings. We spend excess amounts of time with the Lord.
Preach.
And so,
Preach.
so yeah, that
Yeah.
was where I was like, this isn't really lining up because that's not
Yeah.
how I live my life. So
Right. Dang, we can't hang out with Jada because she over there at the church
yeah,
every
I'm
night, every
I'm
week.
always at this Monday, Tuesday,
Bruh.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it was like a straight week where every day, every
Every
day,
day he should
every
just
day.
live there. Just move it.
Yeah, yeah.
Save
So
on your rent because you're not your house anyway. Go ahead.
shout out to him. I know the Lord has a wonderful plan for him, but
Amen.
yeah,
It did not include you.
it
So
did
that's what's
not.
up.
It did not.
Y'all. Okay, something you said made me think of another one that I actually hadn't thought about in a while.
What was that?
What did you what did you say?
Dang, what did I
Oh,
say?
you said we were just talking. And then I was
Okay.
like, oh, I've been going with, well, not really relationships. Anyway, this guy that I was talking to, it was another one of those first date situations, met online kind of thing.
Mhm.
Just anyway, y'all, this guy had made me so mad. He made me so mad. Wait, why are you laughing? I hadn't even said why.
I can't wait to hear
Why
what
are
he
you
did.
laughing?
I can't wait to hear
Why
what
is
he
that
did.
funny? Why is that funny, Data?
I just want to know what he did.
So he was in the army. Red flag. I hate to say it. I
Not
hate
a
to say
red
it.
flag.
Okay, I only say that because I feel like the army today is very different than the army when my dad was in the army.
That's
Like,
fair.
I feel like that army really, helped to treading lightly.
Yo,
Treading lightly. Culture
not
was
to
different.
yeah, yeah, not to say that there are not good army men out
There
there.
are
There
great army
definitely
men out
are. There
there. Yeah,
definitely are. It's just in
amazing.
any situation, it's important to use the discernment.
And
That's
I'm
all.
just saying that because a lot of my exes were army. So I just
Yeah.
associated some of the
Mhm.
same patterns with the army. It does
Mhm.
not mean every person. Anyway,
No,
look,
yeah.
you know what you were saying. Okay.
Also, we both grew up military,
We are
so
military brats, so we can say that.
yeah.
We respect and
So
love the army. We love our army men.
we have a behind the scenes experience.
Amen. Amen. Anyway, so this guy was in the army and we met at this golf course on base where I used to live. And I don't, man, it's so crazy. I really don't be remembering like what these people's names are or what they look like. But I think he was cute. I think he had to be, right?
I think.
I'm just trying to see why we met on the golf. I remember what happened. We met somewhere. I don't
Mhm.
remember where for our first like interaction.
Mhm.
And I said, he's like, what brought you out here? I said, oh, my dad's military, but we live on Peterson. He's army. And he's like, oh, how's he army? But he lives on like you live on the Space Force base. And I was like, oh, he's just kind of like top guy up there. Like that's why like he's an officer, that kind of thing. I try to keep it humble and light because it's nobody's business what we do. Okay. And
Yeah,
then when people find out stuff, they start treating you different.
they do.
But he's like, oh, what does he do? I said, well, I mean, he's like a lieutenant general. Okay, that's what I said. My
He's
dad,
like,
side note, is the first Black Lieutenant General of the Army Reserves of the United States of America.
shout out.
Shout out to my dad. Check out his book,
Yeah,
No
check out
Limits,
his
at
website too.
acroper.net. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, shameless plug to my dad. So, I said that, right? I said, oh, yeah, he's like a lieutenant general, something like that. And he was like, what? I was like, what? And he said, no, he's not. I said, yeah, he is. He said, I don't believe you. You're lying. And he was dead serious. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not lying. He's a lieutenant general, General AC Roper or Roper in the army. And he was
Yeah.
like, I don't believe you. And he genuinely. So we ended the date right there. I said, I'm not lying, and I don't appreciate you coming for my character like that. Like, why would I lie about that?
Right.
What does that do for me?
What do I
Especially something
get?
you can easily prove or
You
disprove. What
can
do I
look it
look like,
up. You don't know
bro?
your chain of command?
Bro,
Oh my.
cue the freaking acrobats and the clown makeup and the circus music because you got me bent and twisted. If you think I'm about to sit here and lie about who my dad is,
And now
that's
you just
so
offended his daughter.
yo. Play your cards right.
That
Oh,
wasn't. Oh,
almost lost you. I didn't know you can zoom on this thing.
I
Okay.
didn't either.
Anyway, so yeah, so I went home and I remember I think it was the next day he hit me up and was like, "Hey, can we meet at the golf course on base?" And so that's how I ended up there because I was like, "No, no, no." I was walking. He was like, "What are you doing? Are you busy? Like, I need to talk to you." I was like, "Oh, I'm walking on the golf course. What do you need?
Oh.
What do you need?" Because there's nothing that we have to discuss at this
Right.
point. And he said, "Oh, are you on Peterson? I'll meet you there." I was like, "Whatever, fine."
Oh.
So we go there, and he pulls up. And somehow he's in a golf cart. I guess that's some army thing. I don't know. But he was like, "Hey, I just wanted to apologize because I googled your dad, and he really is a lieutenant general. So I
Yeah.
just think that's so cool. So will you give me another chance?" So I said, I don't remember what I said verbatim, something to the extent of, I forgive you, but I really didn't appreciate you coming for me like that. And
Yeah.
I have no reason to lie. So the fact you're already accusing me of lying, and this is the first
Yeah.
time we even met,
Mhm.
I didn't
Mhm.
appreciate that. I said, we can be
Yeah.
friends, but I don't see this going like further.
Oh
And I
my
never saw him
gosh.
again.
Especially, like, so many times,
No.
and something that you could have looked up in the moment. If you truly didn't, you coulda maybe if he said the first time, you'd be like, no, I'm serious," and then you've been like
Yes, I was literally I wasn't laughing. That's not a laughing
Yeah,
matter.
no.
Why would I lie about that? Like,
Over and over and over and over again.
that was actually really stupid. That was a
Yeah.
waste of my time.
Yeah. Oh my
What
gosh.
is wrong with you, sir?
Wow, that's wow.
Yeah, true story. Sadly, this is a true story. Sadly.
Wow, yeah.
Met you at the club when I had a boyfriend. Yeah, just
Oh,
kidding. Just kidding. Okay, guys, sorry. Okay, your turn for story time.
my turn. Okay, I'm running out of stories.
Wait, I got one for you. How
Okay.
about after we became close and I disclosed how I felt about your amazing choice of a
Right.
partner for a couple years?
Right. So, if you haven't guessed, this is the same person. If you're watching this, um, but this is the
Tough
same
luck.
person. Yeah.
Same person.
Um, Amber and I had gotten like bestie level status,
Yeah.
and we were talking one day, and because we had been friends for a few years and then became besties, we like the first like for a while in our friendship, we were just like catching each other up on what was happening
Mhm.
in different times of and like helping each other connect the dots to stuff.
Yep.
And so we were talking about exes. And I remember saying something about my ex. He was then my ex. We weren't together anymore. And she said, Oh, my wait, I feel like I have to back up. Okay.
Do you know?
When we broke up, I called it was like a couple weeks later, I called Amber sobbing, just like in tears. And we were not like super close at the time. We were doing Bible study together and
Mhm.
we were doing individual Bible study together. So we were getting closer.
Yeah.
But I had never done this. I had never done this before. I called her and I was like, "Hey girl, I was just wondering if I could run something by you real quick." She's like, "Yeah, girl, totally. What's going on?" And I'm like, "We broke up," and I'm just like all the theatrics, like about how terrible this breakup is, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and all this stuff, and again, we're not super close, so she's like, "Oh, girl, I'm so sorry," and Amber, if you don't know this about Amber, Amber is very good at asking you questions that make you feel safe and comfortable, but also challenge you to think a little bit. And so she was doing that, and it was nothing I couldn't handle in the state that I was in. So it was nothing intense, but
Yeah.
she was doing that. She was being kind. Okay, so fast forward, we become besties, and
This is years later. I feel like you
this is
have to say
yeah,
that.
yeah. This is
It
years
was
later.
not right after the
This
breakup.
was
I
not
mean,
right
she's
after.
long gone over him.
We have been broken up for a couple of years now. I was over it. Cool. But we were in that stage where we were catching each other up on stuff that was going on. And
Yeah.
so I started talking about my ex. And she said, "Girl, I'm glad you brought this up actually." She said, "Let me tell you something." She said, specifically, she said, "When I met him, I had known you for a while, and so, and you had been talking about him." And I was like, "Okay, cool." She said, "When I met him, I looked at you and I said, oh," well, she didn't say this out loud. It was just an internal thought.
Yes, in
She
my head.
said, "Oh, you have low self-esteem." And when she said that, I said, "Oh," I said, "Oh." I said, "Girl." Now, mind you, I'm over by then. So in my mind, I'm like, "Well, you should have said something." But nah, at
I
the
didn't
time,
know
I
her well
wouldn't
enough
have.
to do that. I
Yeah,
had
I
not
wouldn't
laid
have.
enough bricks on that bridge to walk across
Yeah,
it and it still stay
yeah,
standing.
she couldn't have. I wouldn't have received it at the time. I was just,
We wouldn't be friends, probably, bro.
yeah, well, yeah,
You
maybe
might have
not.
cut me off for real. You already wasn't
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at
like,
me.
"You remember that one time you
You
told me?"
already were not
The
feeling
Lord
me,
would have
bro.
worked it out because this was supposed to be, but yeah, it would have been strange in the beginning. But yeah, she said that, bro. She did,
I said,
and
wow.
she was not wrong. It was a situation where I definitely was moving outside of my calling, and I think I've talked about this on here with like so when I was dating this person, it was around the same time that I started going to Chosen, and so
Our
I
women's
was
ministry, yeah.
yeah, the women sorry, our women's ministry, hashtag chosen. When Amber first started it, I was attending group and I knew the Lord was calling me to help and be a part of it in a bigger way. And because I was with someone that was not moving me towards the Lord but moving me away, I was running from calling. So that's
Like Jonah.
yeah, like hard,
Like Jonah.
hard. Like you want me to go this way? I'm gonna go this way.
He was in the belly of the fish.
In the belly of the fish. So I don't know what well, I guess the lesson stems back to like don't settle, but
Yeah.
also like paying attention to any relationship that you're in should bear fruit, and
Exactly.
when they don't, that's when you need to be like, what's happening? What's going on here, and decide whether or not it's something that you should still be a part of or not. So
Amen.
that was one of those situations. The Lord yanked me from it in the most disrespectful way, but that
Yeah.
was the only way.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
crazy to think. Look at you now, bro.
I know.
Look at
So
you now.
speaking of getting yanked from a situation, are there any situations or relationships that the Lord said, "Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
no,
there's
no."
so many. It's just a matter of which ones I want on the internet. So she said she has minimal dating experience. I would say I'm the opposite. We really,
Yeah.
you know. balance each other out like that. I
We
got enough for
do.
both of us and the whole chosen group. But
Mhm.
it's okay because I live and I learn. And the Lord has used some of my most painful relationships to make the best breakup song. So for real, check me out on Apple
He
Music. I mean,
That's on
breakup.
period. They go off.
I got a song called X.
She does. It's
I,
fire.
yeah, I got a song called Please Don't Take This Personal. And that was
And
the one that
drugs.
my ex was like, offended by, and he let me know he was offended, which is crazy because it's like, well, if the shoe fits and you think it's about you, why are you
Yeah, I never said it was about you.
right? What you talking about? What you
You
talking
heard it and saw yourself in it and called me.
about? Girl, you can say that again. Cause anyway, relationships the Lord yanked me out of that I want to share. Let's see. I got a ministry to uphold.
I
We got a ministry to uphold, bruh.
I know.
Let's see. Yanked. Okay, which state we talking? Let's see. We're glad you finally.
Hey.
I love that comment. That's on period. Blue
Yes.
B4W.
Yes. She sure did. We're telling all these horror stories. You should tell the triumph story.
Wait. Okay. This is where the tea is. I don't need to talk about this stuff often. Frick. It's funny. Oh my gosh, y'all. Wait, okay. Side note on the yank, I'm gonna come back to that. But this is so bad. My dad would make the most crazy jokes when I would like, when there would be a breakup. And when I met Randward, my husband, he was like, "Oh wow, finally one you wanted to buy a Bible for." I said, "That's crazy." Cause who asked you for that?
Y'all, when she told me that, I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard.
I have bought some of my ex's Bibles. I will say that. Okay. I remember one time I tried to do Bible study with this one ex, and I said, "Yeah, let's study Proverbs." And he was over there looking in Galatians and Ephesians for Proverbs. That's the New Testament, guys.
You
It's
know,
cool. No Bible
yeah.
shaming here, but
Everybody's in a different in a different place and they walk.
it's just crazy because he was trying to front like he was really about to go to Proverbs. And I said, "Oh, I think it's over back this way."
I think she went to Bible college. She
I
knew
didn't
where it
want him to
was.
feel bad. I
She
didn't
knew
want
where
him to feel bad.
it was.
I think it's over back that
I
way.
think it's sending me.
We found it eventually. He was falling
Period.
asleep instead. Look, anyway, so
It's okay.
yanked. Back to yanked. Man, I've got some bad ones. That's crazy. The funny ones, I feel like the funniest ones I can't even share because it's so embarrassing. Not really because it's so embarrassing, it's just because there are some things that people know and some things some people close to me
Yeah,
don't
we're
know.
on the internet right now, so we're trying to be
Hey,
cognizant.
gotta play it safe. So, I've also been ghosted out of a relationship, like
Oh,
Jada has
I
been.
didn't even say about that. I got ghosted out of my relationship.
A
Yeah.
2-year relationship.
Yeah. So, it
That
was great. I
that
guess I'll tell that story while you're trying to find yours. And I'll tell you the lesson at the end. It's wonderful. It's been amazing. But I was same guy. I feel like okay, y'all. To
same
be
guy.
fair, this is my most recent and it was my longest relationship. And this was also a time where I was hearing from the Lord. And so I feel like there's a lot more lessons for this relationship because I was tuned in, but so anyway, I was dating this guy and I did something to upset him. He did not care for it. And instead of telling me that he didn't like what I did,
Like a
he
responsible person.
right, right. He just stopped texting me. And then, like, a night turned into like 2 nights, and then that turned into like a week, and then that turned into like a month. And me, I was really young. It was several years ago. I was really young. And so I was like, "Oh, I just need to give him some space and it'll be okay. He's just gotta heal. And I
Yeah.
just, oh my gosh, it just was so terrible.
Mhm.
And then, because we worked at the same place, we were coworkers. Then I was at my facility working, and my boss calls me and says, "Hey," and she's like telling me something that she needs me to do at the facility, and I'm like, "No problem, perfect." And then she says, "Oh, real quick." She said, "I just wanted to apologize. I'm so sorry about the breakup." And I was like, "The breakup?"
So,
I said, she was like, yeah, I heard it. I heard that you guys had broke up, and I'm just so sorry." And I said, "Well, what did you hear?" She starts telling me, and I was like, "Okay, yeah." I said, "I hadn't been broken up with, but okay, yeah. Thank you so much thank you for that." She felt so bad. I felt bad, but I couldn't feel that bad because I was trying to deal with my own stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I got broken up with in my most recent relationship. Um yeah, it was great. It was great. It was terrible. It was terrible. I feel like such a Debbie Downer, but I know that like there's redemption in this. And the redemption is that, like, through this time, I through my breakup, this was like the first time that I truly experienced like heartbreak.
Mm.
No, it was real. I'm not gonna air quote it. It was real.
Yeah, girl.
And uh during this time, I broke down and was, you know, I had a moment with the Lord where I was just like, "Lord, like I don't want to experience this anymore. I don't want to
Yeah.
keep doing this, like cuz in my mind I'm like, well, now I've got to date again and keep dating until, I meet Mr. Right." I was like, "Lord, I don't want to do that. I don't want to."
Yeah.
And so I prayed a prayer and I meant it. And I've been walking in it and I will continue to walk in it until the Lord sends me my husband. But I prayed a
Amen.
prayer. I asked the Lord to hide me. And I I prayed and asked that He would not allow any man to find me that is not my husband. And
Yeah.
that has been my experience. I
Yeah.
have been chilling. uh,
Amen.
and
That happened with
The Lord
her.
has been so faithful in it. Like, I didn't know how much I meant it,
Preach.
when I prayed it, but every day of walking in it, and there's obviously like there's times where I'm like, I would really love to be married, but I wouldn't love it more than, you know, I would rather stay in my single season than to be with a person that is, not someone that the Lord has set aside for me, and
Yeah.
so
That's
yeah.
good.
Hmm.
That's good. One of the comments says sometimes it's better to be single than with the wrong one. And that
That's
is so
so
true.
true. It's so true.
So you better
Yeah.
preach.
You
That's
better be.
good.
Yeah. So,
Bro.
yeah.
I think we got time for maybe one more, then we gonna have to wrap this
We
up in
will.
it.
We just been
Um
yapping.
and it's been good. I feel like
Mhm.
every bad date or every,
Mhm.
relationship that didn't work out just made me better, taught me whether
Right.
it's about myself, whether it's about what I want,
Mhm.
don't want, whether it's about the character of the Lord. Like
Mhm.
none of it's wasted. I don't regret. I mean, I regret some decisions I made, but I don't regret, what
Yeah.
happened.
Right.
And so, wait, you said yanked, and then I had one that came to mind, but now I'm trying to remember.
Girl.
You said, "Has the Lord ever yanked you out?" Girl, I had one.
Girl.
What was it?
You didn't tell me. I
While
don't
I think about
know.
it, I will add like on the topic of my dad being hilarious. There was a time where this one dude I was dating, I wrote two songs about him, "Losing Me" and "Crybaby." And he would sit in front of the house in his car and he would cry whenever we would get in an argument or something, or I'd be like, yo, whatever, he would cry. And then my dad would be like, he'd look out the window and say, "Why does grown man crying in front of the house?" And then he would go outside and tell him to go home.
Your dad is so funny.
And so That's why I wrote the song "Cry Baby."
Oh my
Not
goodness.
to be mean, it really was a
You
lot.
guys should really go check her music out. It is so good, and it's always fun to have backstories behind the music. When you listen to it, it gives you new perspective. But you
Yeah.
should really go check her music out. Anywhere you listen to music, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere.
Yeah. I remember what I was gonna say too about the Yank story.
Bet.
Because
Bet.
you talked about music and I wrote this song Casper. I wrote this song Casper about getting ghosted. And y'all, this might be on Jada's vibe because this is a sad story. Let me tell you, y'all,
Yeah.
my grandma had just passed away from COVID. It was very traumatic because me and her are besties forever.
Yeah.
And I there was this guy who was the grandson of this lady that used to go to church with her. And so she would always try to like, oh, I can't say I'm gonna call him Jesse. Okay. She'd be like, Jesse's a good kid. Jesse's a good kid. I don't know why I'm making that voice. She didn't talk like that. But anyway, so at the funeral, Jesse comes up to me and is like, I'm so sorry about your loss. I feel like she helped raise me and it was,
Mhm.
all that stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. It's sad. And I'm like, man, he kind of look a little better than he did when I was a kid, Jesse kind of grew up. You feel me?
Oh.
And I feel like first of all, you the grieving is when you're grieving, it is not a good time to try to invest in something. Number one, because
Mm-mm.
your nervous system is dysregulated. You need to
Mhm.
calm down, heal, let yourself feel your stuff, but don't be trying to like go out on first dates, right? It's not the time. But little did I know, right? I didn't know. So I was like, oh my goodness, somehow we got each other's number. I don't remember how. At the funeral, I think he asked for my number at the funeral. Right?
Wow.
Bold. But I said,
Wow.
I need a little silver lining, in
Mhm.
the cloudy skies, right? Right.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
I go home, I tell my mom, I'm like, he got my number. He got my number. And he asked me out to the Cheesecake Factory. Step up from the Krispy Kreme, right. Yeah, right. So we go to the Cheesecake Factory. I had on this cute, like black off the shoulder top. I was
Oh.
feeling it. My hair was a
Period.
mess now that I look back at the pictures, but I thought it
Oh.
was cute in the moment. It was
Okay.
Alabama humidity. It was poofy.
Oh yeah, girl.
Girl. Anyway, we had a really good date. It was a good date. I really liked
Period.
him, or at least I thought I really liked him. I think I was just attaching myself to something that was reminding me of my grandma,
Mm.
complex grief. But he was cool. And so we went out on what I say in the song, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then by Wednesday, he had ghosted me, y'all. And it
Mm.
really hurt my feelings because I've been ghosted so many times. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, God protects you and he doesn't always give you reasons as to why people fall off. And it's
Mhm.
always going to be for your good. It's always going to be a
Mhm.
blessing. But I was mad hurt.
Yeah.
And I had texted him a few times and no response. And then I said, I think like a week had gone by and I was just like, do you like plan on talking to me again? Or do you just want me to lose your number? Like, what's happening here? I hate being left in the dark, and I'm literally
Yeah.
my mind is just like, every time you get a notification, is it him?
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
it's my Amazon package. Like it was tragic.
DoorDash.
Bro, at that point you just put your phone on silent because you're like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wrote the song Casper about being ghosted, and eventually he did respond and say, yeah, I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row. It was so bogus we never spoke again to this day, and that was 6 years ago.
Trying to get my ducks in a row.
Just say you don't like me, bro.
Yeah, please.
Just say you
Please.
think I'm ugly.
Please.
Golly, your
Remember
ducks in
that.
a row. You don't wanna ask me out. Like, what do
Yeah.
you I was grieving. I was minding my business. My gosh, get your ducks in a
Bruh, oh
row.
my
I whole thing in a row
gosh.
too.
You were
I
at
whole thing
my
up.
family event. Like, crazy.
Grandma probably turned over in her grave knowing you did that to her granddaughter.
I'm sure she didn't care for that.
Girl.
What a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
What a
I feel like
time.
we can have a series on this, like part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Honestly.
But,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Okay,
But
last question. I'm gonna ask you this, and then we
okay,
go.
bet.
I just want to ask you this because I feel like the exit strategy is such a big thing when it comes to dating and like finding someone.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you just embrace the yawn? Like, why did
I
you
was
try to fight it
I was
so hard?
I
Bro, when
was.
you
I'm
watch this
so
back, you're
sorry.
gonna be like,
I know I am. I know I'm gonna watch it back and be like, girl.
okay.
I know.
You're free to yawn. Okay, we're about to wrap this up. It's 10 o'clock over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exit strategy, like,
Mhm.
how you politely end something, how you communicate.
Mm.
If it's a text you send after, if you realize silence really is the answer. I just want to ask you, like, in your experience, in your experience
Right.
when you weren't ghosted
Right.
out. I just-
The times I got to do it.
yes, yes. And the times you got to do it, are you more of like a clear message kind of person? Like you send a text, or you do voice memo, or you meet them in person, or are you like a slow fade person, like fade out into the background?
So, I've done this right and I've done this wrong before.
Haven't
Um
we all?
yeah, man.
Girl,
And I would say that my in my experience, the best way to do it is to just communicate your intentions. If you know after seeing someone or spending time with someone that that's not something you're not interested in pursuing any further, just be straight up. Hey, I think we should just be friends. You don't have to make up a whole bunch of excuses.
mm-mm.
Just I think we should just be friends. That's what I can do right now. That's
That
simple as
not
that.
every connection deserves access, and
Yeah,
your nervous
yeah.
system often knows before your brain even catches up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, we have discernment, we get to use discernment
Yep.
and it doesn't have to always be like oh, my spirit is uneasy or I'm not at right. Sometimes it could just simply be
Yeah.
like, it doesn't really flow well. So
Yeah.
I say the best thing to do is to be direct and to be intentional. And, I
Mhm.
think that, it's up to you. You can choose the communication style that works best.
Yep.
If you guys have been meeting in person, then maybe sit them down and have a conversation with them. If you've only been texting, text
Voice memo
because
cool,
it
text was cool.
mhm. Because it's always best to that's one of those like you do everything that you can do and then how
Yeah.
other people respond
Yeah.
is on them.
Yeah.
But
Texts are crazy though, by the way, just throwing that out there.
you said what?
I think texts are crazy. I think it should always be a voice to voice, even if it is a voice memo.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Even though one time I broke up with someone through a voice memo, they was mad about it. So it's crazy. I don't think you can win. I don't think you can win either way.
Yeah, it's tough to do. It's hard to do either way, but it's better to just be intentional, be concise, and
Yeah. Wait,
so
side note, I just want to clarify. When I say I broke up with someone through a voice memo, we were in different states. So I just want
yeah,
to, that sounded bad. That sounded bad. It's okay. It's okay.
yeah, yeah. And
So,
I have broken. I will break up. We were just talking. It was through
oh yeah,
text,
ended.
and
Yeah.
we were only texting, and so I sent a text that was appropriate. But yeah, so yeah,
So,
yeah.
do you ever like fade into the background?
In relationships, I don't think it's fair.
Facts.
I don't think it's fair
Okay.
because even if it's just been one day, you guys have built up an expectation,
Yep.
and it's not fair for you to both be on different pages and for you to kind of just like, oh, I'm just not gonna respond. Like that's not. you wouldn't want someone to do that to you. I know I wouldn't want someone, well, I know for a fact, I know from experience, I don't like that.
She doesn't like to be ghosted out of
I
relationships, guys.
don't.
Don't
I
do that.
don't.
No, don't
I
do
know from
that.
experience that that's not something I particularly care for.
Yeah.
And so I do my very best to not do that to other people. And that's not just for like when I'm dating people, that's in friendship, that's in relationships.
Yeah.
Being a part of being a human is communicating appropriately.
Girl, you
And
better say that.
yeah, and that's a part of it. And so I think whoever it is, whatever it is, you know, be confident enough to talk about how you're feeling and
Yep.
to, voice your expectation. And it's okay. No is a complete sentence. You
It
at once
is.
you've said your piece, you don't have to, go back and forth, and you really don't.
Oh,
You have said how you
no.
feel, and you
Yep.
you get to say no. so
Yep.
so
That's
yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, that'll preach.
Girl,
That'll preach. Communication. I feel like the next level should just be
communication.
on freaking
It
communication.
should. It
'Cause
should. So,
what?
shameless plug, come back and hang out with us, and we'll sit down and talk about communication and what that looks like in our relationships, what that looks like in
Friendships.
everyday life.
Yep.
Because I think it's important, and I think it's something that it's kind of becoming a bit of a lost art form,
Mm.
because social media and
Oh, yes.
texting and stuff is so prevalent nowadays. It can be hard to have conversations. So I think that'd be great.
Amen. Sorry, this comment right here gets the comment of the
Oh,
live award. You girls are
yes.
so funny and great women of God. Thanks for the wisdom
Oh,
and love your music, Amber, in your shorts.
period.
Blue B4W, you're a real one. I
You
appreciate
are.
all the love.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you, Lord,
much.
for love, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
And thank you guys for taking the time to spend and hang out with us. We know you could be doing anything. And
Anything else?
it means so much to us that you would come and spend some time with us.
Yes. And something to leave with too is, if you have been on some unfortunate dates, or
Mhm.
maybe this is an area where you're like praying for the Lord to move in your life, whatever that looks like. I just
Mhm.
want you to know, just because something doesn't work doesn't mean that it failed. Okay, it
That's
literally is
good.
filtering through
That's so
all the
good.
billions. It's a filter filtering through.
Mhm.
If it didn't work, it doesn't mean it failed. It's
Mhm.
filtering.
It
And
is.
I went through a lot of frogs to finally get to the prince. And it's
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
stories. Like every single love story is different.
Yeah.
But don't lose hope. I mean,
Mhm.
guys, you can literally check out my music. I have so many freaking breakup songs.
Mhm.
I actually released my first love song when I met my husband.
Come on.
Every single other song was a breakup song or a worship song. It was one of the two.
Yes.
And so,
Yes.
I don't regret it. I made some bomb music from it. So
Yeah.
the Lord used it, and
You
He uses
did.
all pain for
Mhm.
your good and for His glory. So don't be
Absolutely.
discouraged. Don't be dismayed. He hasn't forgotten about you. It's
Yes.
oh, nice comment.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Um,
coming. Yeah.
but
Rejection
yeah,
saved us more than we realize.
I like what you said about, okay, I know we have to get off here, but I like what you said about that, because I think sometimes like we don't realize, especially like as young people, that we are supposed to have experiences so that we can we're in the process of learning who we
Yep.
are, and learning about ourselves. And
Yep.
so I say all the time, like, I'm so grateful. I had a plan for my life at 19,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Hell
this
yeah.
and this and this and this and this. And I thank the Lord every day that He looked at my plan and said, no, lovey, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because the plan that I had for my life, there just were certain milestones that I wanted to cross at certain ages that I'm now grateful, because I'm like, I would be so much better suited for it now.
Yes.
I could go into this, with wisdom, and it would
Yeah.
be empowering to go into it
Yep.
now, because then we would be trying to figure it out for years. And so yeah, so
That's so good. That's so, so good. I
Yeah.
okay, I hate I keep bringing this back to the music, but I have this song that I'm dropping next summer called Seasons and
Mhm.
Reasons. I gotta put some
Mhm.
where it
Shameless
just talks
plug.
about how it just talks about how there's seasons and reasons for people just leaving
Mhm.
and all the things. And
Come on.
so, whether that's a relationship or a friendship, if they walked out, you didn't need it to
Yeah,
fulfill the purpose God has for you. If
exactly.
you needed it, the Lord wouldn't have allowed it to happen. If
Absolutely. Yeah.
so you never lose when
Mm-mm.
someone walks out. You never lose.
Right. Never. Yep. You never and you we we put so much power on ourselves like if I do this I'm going to mess up God's plan for my life. Like you the plan for your life was decided way before.
Right.
And so there's
Right.
nothing that you could do or are doing that's
Yep.
not accounted for already. So the plan for
Preach.
your life is the plan for your life.
Preach.
And so, just like it just breathe. Just breathe.
Mhm.
Take it one day at a time and just it's okay,
Yep.
You don't have to have it all figured out today, but little by
Exactly.
little, learn what you
Yep.
can.
'Cause you serve the one who does have it all figured out. And he's not
Absolutely.
gonna let you fail, he's not gonna
He is
let you
not.
mess anything up. I don't know if you
No.
guys have heard the analogy I know we keep saying we gotta go,
I know.
but I don't know if y'all heard the analogy about the GPS, the navigational system, God's
Yes.
protective system, GPS. Like,
Mhm.
if you make a mistake, if you, like, take a detour and do
Mhm.
something that, you feel like didn't align with God's plan for your life, he's not gonna say, "Oh, no, it's ruined." He's gonna
No.
say rerouting
Rerouting.
and then
Mhm.
still get you to your destination. Like, you never, I don't know about y'all, but my GPS, when I miss a turn like I did literally today, it did not
Mhm.
say, "Girl, you're so stupid. You're not gonna get to where you're going. Just quit. Just go ahead and give up. Turn the car off. Just get out and
Just put
just
it in
stop.
park.
Just stop." No, it literally said rerouting, and I still got to where I
Right.
was going. Was 2 minutes late, but I was still there.
You still made it to your destination safely. I have to tell
Yep.
this story. One of the pastors that Amber and I have been listening to, he told this story about this rug maker. This story is so beautiful and it puts so much into perspective. But he told this story about this rug maker and he said there was this rug maker. He makes the most
Yeah.
beautiful rugs. He makes them by hand, he hand stitches them, and they're so sought after that there is a wait list. It is immensely long, which means people are paying so much money for these beautiful
Yeah.
rugs. So the rug
Hundreds of
maker,
thousands of dollars.
so much money.
Yeah.
Only the top 1% own these rugs.
Yeah.
And so this rug maker, he has a granddaughter, and his granddaughter expresses that she wants to make rugs like her granddad. And so for her sixth birthday, her granddad gifts her his two favorite sewing needles. And she's so excited. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, granddad, let's make a rug. Let's make a rug." And so finally he says, "Okay." And they start working on the rug together. And, family and friends and stuff that know them, they're like, "Oh, this rug's gonna be," they're thinking it's gonna look crazy because the 6-year-old is helping to sew it together. When they're finished with the rug, it's beautiful. It's immaculate. And so the people start saying, "Oh, she has the gift. She has the gift. She just like her granddad. She has the gift." And her granddad says, "Well, no. She every stitch that she did was incorrect. Every last one of them was incorrect. But I um he said, but I came behind her and wove each one of them into the rug. And that's a part of what made it beautiful. And that's exactly what the Lord does. You
Yeah.
are you are going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. There are going
Yeah.
to be times where you're like, wow, I really should not have done that. But
Yeah.
each moment like that, the Lord weaves into your story. It's never he never cuts it out or goes behind you and removes the seam so
Yeah.
he can make it
Oh,
right.
girl, you better say that.
He weaves it into your story, and so all of the experiences that you have, all of the times that you have like that, they are a part of your story, and at the end, it's still goodness because
Yeah.
it's God behind it.
Come
At
on
the end,
now.
it's still good. But now you have a story, and you can use your story and your testimony to help others along the way.
Oh, that was beautiful.
So I can't take credit. I
Couldn't have
can't
said it
take credit.
myself. Couldn't have said it better myself. I don't know whether to snap or clap, but I couldn't have said it better
Right?
myself. That was so good. That I think
Yes.
that's the perfect note to end on right there. That was
Period.
beautiful.
Period.
Well,
So
guys. Oh yeah, go
We
ahead.
got
You
to
got
do a
it.
little shameless plugging first.
We
I
have
know we've
to.
been
You
shameless
got it.
plugging this whole video, but
You got it. Oh,
um,
someone asked who's the speaker. It's
who's the
Pastor
speaker?
Damon Thompson.
Yes.
And was the message the one about the rest? Living in his rest? Living in
Amber,
God's
I don't
rest?
remember.
I will find it and I will get it to you.
Yes. Yes.
So,
But Damon
so
Thompson, you should definitely check him out. We're really enjoying his messages so far.
yeah, I'm gonna find it. I know exactly how to find it. Girl, go ahead with the shameless plug. We got this. We got this.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So, if you guys have not already, please feel free to subscribe to both both of our YouTube channels.
Amen.
Subscribe to both Amber's channel and my channel. We will be going live a little more consistently. If you didn't catch us in the beginning, we were so busy the last couple weeks. And
So
so
busy.
we thank y'all for sticking in there. Guys, please also go check out our website if you want to learn more about our ministry that we talked about. It's called hashtag Chosen Global. You can find it
It's
at
crazy. It's
oh
crazy.
sorry.
It's called
No,
girl,
no,
what?
no, no, no. It's called hashtag Chosen Global. And you can
Right.
find it at chosenglobal.org. We have all types of content up. We have Bible study experiences, which you can also find on our YouTube. We
Yeah.
have books for sale. Both Amber and I have written devotional journals and daily devotionals that you guys can check out. And yeah, Amber, oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, wait. Tomorrow,
Oh.
Amber will be hosting her third virtual seminar series, Holy and Whole.
Oh,
So it's
yes.
not too late to become. It is not too late to be a
It's
part.
not too late to sign up.
It is not too late to
AmberRiver.com.
sign up. Sign up at amberroper.com. You can, and if you, the ones for the, if you missed them, the ones that you've missed, you can go back and you can watch those. They're so amazing. They are so amazing. She mixes theology with her background in traumatology. She is a doctor, if y'all didn't know that.
I
And
know
so
it's
it is
hard to
just,
believe, but it's true.
now it is not hard to believe. She earned, y'all, she's a doctor.
I did earn it, but
A
it can
doctor.
still be hard to believe.
So yeah, if you guys come join, it's always such a great time. She does such an amazing job explaining every part and piece of it to the point where you just feel you always walk away with something. You always walk away feeling like another piece has been added. So check that out.
You're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow is on soul ties
Mhm.
and addressing spiritual trauma cycles, shame, all
Mm.
that stuff, distorted theology, attachments. It's gonna be really fun. So
Mhm.
love to have you join. If you are a female, a woman, a girly
Yes.
girl,
Yes,
you can
yes.
join live. And if you are of the masculine community, if you're a male, you can join sorry, you can watch you can get the replay.
Period. Yes, guys. So that's all we've got for today.
Yes,
Keep an eye out.
guys.
Keep an eye out for our next live. And until next time.
We love y'all. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.